Good morning. It is Sunday. No, we're good. Sunday the week before, or the Sunday before Christmas, 2025. And I'm here over at Buddy's house. We're getting ready to do a panel change out. We already started. This is the metered panel. You can see the whole assembly for that. But he had a Tesla power center that had been installed, which is kind of complicating the work, but I'm familiar with the solar systems. Thank you, Sam. Sam was a licensed electrician who knew about low voltage as well as solar, and I was one of his apprentices. He taught me a little, but he didn't teach me everything. But we're gonna basically undo this, install a new panel, and then up here it was a 1-inch pole because it was an old 100 amp service that we're gonna be replacing. And then you guys should be able to see we removed the pole, and I got two lines. I got one which is my primary, which is the black one, and then I have a secondary safety line in the event that the black one breaks. You know, something could happen. Bird might be heavy enough to pull the anchor that I have up there off. So you always have to be very safe in doing your setups and all of this other kind of good stuff. But yeah, I've been at this house more than once. I wish I could have showed you guys pictures before he had all of this stuff updated, but he had hired me to run some electrical here so he could do this outdoor kitchen kind of a thing. And he thought he was going to get the panel changed out with this old panel, but it's not solar ready, so it's not the code. But he used to have, just to kind of give you guys a little taste of kind of my skills and experience. He used to have the condensing unit for the air conditioning unit here. So what we decided to do was he wanted to open this whole space up. So we left the disconnect here, and we could have just put in a junction box that was much smaller, but he said, no, it's okay, just go ahead and leave this here. And basically we ran power all the way over to there. And yeah, now that I think about it, he's got power. You know what, now that I think about it, no. I actually ran a separate power from this box over here out over to there. You can see the condensing unit off to the side of the garage. He told me to leave this alone so he could recycle it to power up the his hot tub. So so we ran everything, including the refrigerant lines. Gave him a whole new disconnect over here. And he's all powered up. See, you can see the refrigerant lines going into the earth. And we did that maybe about 5-6 years ago. And this unit was not new when we did the job. So I just asked him if he had any issues with the service. And he's like, no, I haven't had any problem. And then the solar people came in after I had wired up a 50 amp network of plugs. He's got a plug here, and then I set him up with a plug over there, but he didn't want the plug there. He just said, give me a junction box because my wife might want to park her car and charge here. She might pull in back. And I said, okay, but you might want to get another plug in the back. And lo and behold, that's ultimately where the Tesla people came in and installed his plug there. So, been doing this for many years, shed so many tears. And yeah, and most of the wires that we ran for his 50 amp service goes through this conduit, and it goes across the driveway back to the panel. So we took really good care of him. And look how beautiful this place is, man. Look at this. This is beautiful. Powered up his, gave him power for his gate at the front and the one that's kind of at the threshold of where you can see the concrete changes. So did a lot of work for this man. And I call him Big Brother because he and I kind of favor each other. No relation, but he's a little bit taller and a little bit more thicker in terms of bone structure. And I've been kind of jealous of him my whole life, but he's a lot older than me. I think he's like 82, 79, 82 years old. So, but anyway, thank you for giving me this work today, sir. And I would mention you by name, but I didn't ask for your permission. He did give me permission to show him his house. And we're documenting what we're doing here. And basically, this panel box served as a pass-through for the breakers, and they basically literally transferred all the breaker switches that were on the main panel to this panel here. So the new panel that we're going to install is also going to serve as a pass-through, because all we're going to do with all of these few circuits here is transfer them into the side, and the only breaker that'll be here is the main one, and then we're going to put a 50 amp breaker for his stove because he said since they did all of this upgrading, he was getting like power drops to where the main breaker on his sub panel in his kitchen kept falling out. So I says, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll bypass that sub panel and we'll bring the main panel here, since you got 200 amps coming in off of this panel, and then that'll lighten the load for that 100 amp sub panel in his kitchen. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, the little blast from the past, looking at some of the stuff I've done over the years. And we'll talk more later. See you guys later. Bye-bye.